Hey everyone, okay, this is going to be a relatively quick and short video um, working with images. First of all, look all the way to the right here. You'll see I've got Chrome open, my browser open, and inside our folder there is an image called spacex.jpg. And what I want you to do is work with that image while you're watching this video, but also we'll be working with it tomorrow. All right. The first thing I want you to do is download that image from Google Folder and go ahead and put that somewhere on your desktop or where you like to have your files saved. I've got mine right here on the desktop. Once you do that, open up a new processing sketch and write in the usual setup and draw functions. And go ahead and set the size and the background color of the sketch to 800 by 600 and black respectively. I'll go ahead and change that comma to an X. And I will also put that background in the draw. Now, what I'm asking you to do is go to the menu bar, click on Sketch, Add File. And what you're going to do is add that spacex.jpg to your processing sketch. So once you've found the image, take note of its size, 600 by 450. Go ahead and select it, and it will have been added to your sketch. Another way in which you could have added the file to your sketch is by simply dragging and dropping it onto your sketch. See, it already exists, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel there, but that would have been another kind of shorthand way to get a file added to your sketch. And now, just so you understand where files are saved within your processing sketch, go ahead up to Sketch, Show Sketch Folder, and you'll notice that there is a folder called Data inside your sketch folder. And if you open that up, you'll see SpaceX. So I'm going to close that. So keep in mind, whenever you have a processing sketch, it's saved within a folder. And inside that folder, if you have any assets like images, they're going to be saved in a subfolder called Data. Okay, now let's go ahead and write some code to get that image onto the screen. First of all, when you want to work with images, you are working with a data type called PImage. And you want to create a variable. I'm going to call mine IMG, short for image. And it is already data typed as PImage, and it is global, so it can be used anywhere within my sketch. And setup is a great place to initialize images like this. So I'm going to type in image equals load image and type in the name of that image file exactly as it's spelled, case sensitive, inside the data folder. You don't have to put data/spacex.jpg. Processing will look in the data folder first, so all you have to do is give it the file name and it looks in data. Once you've done that, then you go down to draw, and having loaded that image into the IMG variable, which is data typed as a processing image variable, now I can go ahead and place it in my display window, place it in my sketch when it runs. And to do that, I use a method called image, and it takes at least 3 parameters, but the 3 are the name of the image and the position where you want to have it. So I'm going to put 50, comma 50. So it should be situated right there, beginning in the top left corner, and then out and down into the display window. Let me go ahead and click run. We'll see if that's working. Yep, there you go. And in case the black background makes it hard to really see where the image is located, I'll go ahead and close this, switch the background to 255. And again, you can see it right there. Couple of really quick things. I can go ahead and type in mouse X, mouse Y. And when I hit image here, I can move the image around based on the position of my mouse pointer. And you'll notice by default, the image is positioned according to the top left corner of the image. Okay, a couple more things to talk about. First of all, what if I want to tint the color of the image? And more to the point that I wanted to get to, what if I want to change the transparency, meaning, change the opacity or transparency of that image? Well, let's talk about tint first, because it's actually the same method to do both. And inside tint, I can put in a value that is RGB, or I can put in grayscale, as well as a few other options. But let's go ahead and start with grayscale. I'm going to put in 50, which is a pretty dark shade of gray. Run this sketch. You can see how much darker the image is from the way it was before. And let's go ahead and choose a color. I'm going to go color selector, green, copy that hex value for that specific shade of green, and paste that into the tint method. And now we have a green space. Actually, that looks really cool. Kind of a greenish looking SpaceX. All right, well, what if I don't want to change the tint, but I want to change the transparency level of the image, okay, make it see-through? Well, we use the tint method again, but this time what you do is you put in 255, which basically just lets processing know you're not going to do anything with tint. And then you put in a value of 0 to 255 for the alpha setting or the transparency. So let's take a look at what 0 looks like initially. The image is completely gone, so it is completely transparent. And if I put in, let's say, 150, then you can see it's faded, but it's still visible. And if I put in 255, oops. All right, we're back to the original image, which means there's really no reason to put this in, okay? Now, let's go ahead and put in that hexadecimal value and bring this back down to 150 and take a look at this. So it's kind of faded into the background. And what if we change the background to 0? I'm curious to see how that looks. Yeah. So this is all I really wanted to do tonight. Tomorrow I'll go through this and more. Thanks for watching.